Owen Reese, known to friend and enemy alike as Molecule Man, watched as an entire galaxy, millions of stars, was slowly annihilated by a rolling wave of utter blackness, leaving only a single point of light outside the ship's domed hangar and dozens of small celestial bodies, chunks maybe, of broken planets.
Amazing! That kind of power! I couldn't do that. I have power over the atomic structure of matter, down to every last proton and electron. But to wield it on that scale...
But he could imagine what it might be like. The ship accelerated suddenly, but without any sense of motion. Owen knew they were moving only because the single distant point of light grew quickly. The other ship near them kept pace, streaking across the empty space at what must have been faster than light speeds. In a matter of seconds, the point of light was close enough that he could see it was a single star, the only survivor of the destroyed galaxy. Around it, the planetoids tumbled, but not in stable orbits. They drew close to one another, their motion random and violent, too fast and direct to be the product of gravity. Some unseen force was building them together into a patchwork planet, composed of dozens of continent-sized wedges of crust and mantle.
Looks like a puzzle.
Yeah. Owen recognized the Wrecker and the rest of the thuggish wrecking crew, Thunderball, Piledriver, and Bulldozer.
But who's putting the pieces together?
The power. Incalculable. Inconceivable.
Owen nodded. If Victor Von Doom, one of the world's most brilliant minds, thought an event was inconceivable, then they were watching something truly extraordinary. They were also, he thought, completely at the mercy of whomever or whatever was creating this new planet. Their ship, along with the other nearby vessel, slowed into a stable orbit around this new planet, bathed in the familiar yellow light of the sole remaining sun. The ship's passengers clustered together to view this stellar survivor, and to see whether they could learn anything of the other ship and its occupants. The Asgardian, Enchantress, had told them she sensed that Thor was there with a few others known as heroes, but she didn't seem interested in listing all its passengers.
Watch out where you're going, Creel.
Owen glanced over to see Absorbing Man brandish his wrecking ball at the irritated Doc Octopus.
How about I stuff you and your tentacles out an airlock, so then you won't be in the way anymore? What do you think about that?
Owen didn't have any interest in a fight over bruised egos. Not when he had just seen an entire galaxy disappear and a new world constructed out of rubble, drawn together across light years. He told himself to stop thinking about it. He'd given up being a villain. He didn't even know why he was here, trapped on a spaceship with Earth's most dangerous outlaws. Why were any of them here? Creel and Octavius didn't appear to be considering the problem. They were working themselves up to a fight. Both staggered back, and Owen turned to see Ultron. Owen knew of the robot and its nearly indestructible adamantium shell, but it had been destroyed. Owen was sure of it.
I am Ultron. I do not comprehend the events transpiring or how I came to be functional once more. Still less how I came to be present among you. But this is insignificant. My purpose is to destroy organic life. All present qualify.
Oh!
Doom grabbed Owen and leaned in close. His mouth was barely visible, and his pupils glittered behind the mask's rectangular eye slits.
You, Owen Reese. You have called yourself Molecule Man in the past. You did not escape the notice of Doom. You have the power to counter Ultron.
No, I gave up being Molecule Man. I'm just Owen. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know how anyone could destroy an entire galaxy like that, but I think I could learn.
I have need of your power. Of those present on this ship, only you and Galactus can devour Ultron. Galactus likely will not take notice, it seems, so you must.
No, my therapist...
He's in another galaxy, and Doom is here.
Okay, I get it.
Owen didn't want to do it, but he gave Ultron a push. He flipped Ultron into the front of Galactus's boot.
Idiots!
Ultron blasted an energy discharge that scattered the wrecking crew to the other side of the central chamber.
Although it is redundant to even use the word idiot when speaking of organic beings. What is this?
Galactus levitated Ultron with a thought. Ultron rose through the air until he found himself before Galactus's face. The giant's placid expression never changed. but he lifted a purple-gloved hand.
You, organism! You will die last, and most slowly. Do not think your size will...
A flash lit up the whole interior of the ship, and Owen turned away, shutting his eyes against the blast. He opened them as Ultron hit the floor, and lay still.
Holy!
Piledriver goggled at the fallen Ultron, while the rest of the wrecking crew gathered nearby. Dr. Octopus approached from the other side of Ultron, his quartet of metallic tentacles reaching out.
Did you see that? He sucked the energy right out of Ultron! How's that even possible, man?
Ultron contains the latent energy of a hydrogen bomb, Piledriver. At least. I might be off by an order of magnitude.
Speak English.
Of course, it might be 10 hydrogen bombs.
The wrecking crew stepped back, and one by one, they looked up at the towering form of Galactus.
He's just staring off into space like it never happened.
Thunderball hefted his wrecking ball and looked around like he thought Ultron might get up again.
He barely noticed Ultron smacking into him.
Noticed enough.
Bulldozer looked back down at the fallen Ultron.
I hope he keeps on not noticing us.
You see what you have done, Owen. Your powers have been quite useful already. Imagine what you could do if you permitted yourself to exploit them fully.
No.
Weakness will not serve you well here.
You don't tell me what to do!
Owen saw Kang watching them carefully from across the room. Everyone was looking at Owen and Doom. Owen thought briefly of taking all of Victor Von Doom's molecules and repelling them away from each other all at once. Then he pushed that thought aside.
Nobody tells me what to do!
That is what Ultron thought.
And that was when the crack in space appeared.